What if turning an idea into a finished episode only took a few steps? We've built the story, we've created the characters, and we've turned it all into a storyboard. Now it's time to bring it to life. In this part of the tutorial, we'll turn our storyboard panels into cinematic video sequences and watch our episode finally start to take shape. For this part of the tutorial, we'll be working with a different project, The Last Vow. Its visual development is already in place, which makes it a great example for taking a completed storyboard and turning it into video. And this is the storyboard we'll be working with. But before we start animating it, there's one more storyboard generation method I want to show you. In the previous part, we used the AI agent. This time, let's rewind and try something different. Let's open our show in Creator. To get started, right-click the episode name in the entity tree and select Generate Storyboard/Movie. This opens the Generate Storyboard window, where we have several options to configure. Before we continue, let's quickly go through them. First, Generate Video. When enabled, Creator will automatically start generating video as soon as the storyboard panels are ready. This can be useful if you're already confident in your storyboard setup, if your show is relatively simple, or once you're familiar with the workflow in Creator and Storyboard. Personally, I usually leave this option disabled. It gives me more control over the generation process and lets me review the storyboard before spending resources on video renders. Next, Video QC. This automatically checks the generated video for visual issues or artifacts and regenerates shots when necessary. New Storyboard is useful when an episode already has a storyboard, but you want to create another version. For example, after making changes to the script. This way, you can keep the existing storyboard and compare both versions. Next, we have low-res drafts to high-res. This option lets you generate lower resolution drafts first, check whether the prompt and motion work as intended, and then render the approved result in high resolution while preserving the scene. It can save tokens when you need to test several versions before committing to the final render. The clean green markings and seam transitions options are only available when automatic video generation is enabled. We won't need them for this tutorial, so we'll come back to them separately in another tutorial. For aspect ratio and resolution, we'll keep the defaults for our show, 16:9 and 1080p. Finally, we have Video Plugin and Shot Plugin. Here, we can choose which model will be used for generation. For this project, we'll use Seedance 2.5. For the second dropdown, we can leave it set to auto for now. Once everything is configured, click Generate Storyboard. The storyboard will take a little time to generate, so while that's running, let's jump back to where we left off. So, here's our generated storyboard. In the previous tutorials, we already covered its main settings and features. So today we'll jump straight into turning it into an episode. If we open one of the storyboard panels, we can see the generated image. Later, this image will be used as a visual guide when the model generates the scene. Along with it, the model receives all the information it needs: the composition, character and object placement, camera direction, dialogue, scene description, timing, and other shot details. All of this was generated based on the show Bible, beat sheet, and script we created earlier in Creator. And the appearance of our characters, props, and locations comes directly from the viz dev we prepared for the show. Now let's start generating the actual scenes. We could open each panel individually and click Animate to generate them one by one, but there's a much faster way. Select all the panels, open the AI Tools dropdown, and choose Animate Sequences. And now, we let the AI do its magic. Alright, our videos are ready. We can quickly review the result directly from the preview, or open the panel itself for a closer look. If there's only a small detail we don't like, something extra in the frame, an artifact, or an element that doesn't look quite right, we don't necessarily have to regenerate the entire video sequence. Those kinds of fixes can be handled with Effect segment, and if you want to see exactly how that works, you can follow our dedicated effect segment tutorial. But today, we're going to look at a different case. What happens when the entire generated sequence doesn't work for us, and we want to replace it completely? For example, let's say we want to add an entirely new scene to the episode. I'll show you one of the fastest and simplest ways to do that. For this, we'll switch to another tool called Ideation. Ideation lets us generate images and videos directly, without having to manually build a workflow in Canvas. Let's take a quick look at what we have here. We'll create a new tab. Inside, we can switch between image and video generation. From the drop-down, we can choose the model we want to use. Below that, we have our prompt field and the option to upload reference images. It's a familiar generative AI workflow, which makes it easy to quickly create exactly the content we need. Now, let's generate our new scene. For this example, I've already prepared a prompt and a reference image. The reference itself could also be generated right here using the Image tab. We click Generate and let the model do its work. And here's our new scene. Now we just need to add it to the storyboard. Open the panel we want to replace, click Upload Video, select the new sequence. And that's it. Our storyboard is now updated and ready for the next stage. Sending the sequences into the built-in editor, assembling the final episode, and creating a custom soundtrack. To do that, open the Export drop-down and select Send to Timeline. After we send the sequences to the timeline, Creator opens its built-in video editor. This is where we can assemble the episode, trim and rearrange shots, adjust timing, and use AI tools to make precise changes to individual parts of a video without regenerating the entire sequence. We'll come back to all of these editing tools in a moment. But first, let's start with one of the most important finishing touches, the soundtrack. All we need to do is click the music note icon. But we'll continue from here in the next part. In this tutorial, we generated video sequences from our storyboard, reviewed the results, learned how to replace an entire sequence using Ideation, and sent the finished storyboard to the timeline. In the next part, we'll take everything into the video editor, assemble and finalize the episode, generate a custom soundtrack, and then look at how Creator can help us generate the remaining episodes of the show at scale.
PixieLabs, designed for creators, built for production.